Hey guys, welcome to my channel. It's Mandla K. Get Kong Strong with Kong Strength. Today we'll be talking about an exercise that I love a lot, and it is the L-sit. And this exercise, it's an intermediate to advanced exercise, and I know a lot of people don't like to do this exercise because it's too hard, but let me tell you, there's so many benefits to working your L-sit, and once you do that, you'll have amazing core control, you have amazing strength, and that is something that we all should be building. So join me in this tutorial, and I promise you, you'll get your L-sit. Alright guys, so to be able to do an L-sit, there are a couple of things that I want you to be able to do. Number one, I want you to be able to do 10 solid push-ups. Number two, I want you to be able to do 10 squats. And number three, I want you to be able to do 10 leg raises. And what's that going to do for you? That is going to make sure you've got the requisite strength that we need to be able to work on this movement. Alright, so just make sure you're working on that as well, and this move will be a breeze. Alright, so the first thing that we need to focus on with the L-sit is flexibility. If you're not flexible in your hamstrings, you're not going to be able to do the L-sit. So the first thing you want to kind of start working on with your L-sit is make sure that your feet are together, your knees are together, and try to reach forward. If you can go beyond 90 degrees, if you can just come somewhere there, you've got enough flexibility. But if you're still here, you need to work on that flexibility. So every day, just try to do bounces. Try to go as low as you can. Remember to keep your back neutral. Don't round your back, but keep it neutral, and that will result in a greater stretch, and you will not get lower back pain. So think about doing that, and you can hold that for 30 seconds. You can stop with bouncing, and after you've done about 10 bounces, you can hold that for 30 seconds. Okay, so if you're working on your flexibility, the next thing you want to start looking at with your L-sit is the first progression. So the first exercise that I want you to start working on with the L-sit is we want to do leg lifts. Okay, so the first thing with the leg lift, I want you to push off the ground like that. Don't sink in, push off. Make sure your bum, your ass is off the ground. And starting with your left leg, I want you to make sure that you're squeezing your quads. So once you've made sure that you're pushing into the ground, look at my triceps, they are engaged. Look at my quads, they're engaged. And make sure your back is straight, so you're not like that, and you're not like that either. You're just trying to make sure that your hips are on the side of your hands. And starting with your left leg, I want you to squeeze up, hold, 1, 2, 3, and bring down. Do the same to the right leg, 1, 2, 3, bring it down. Repeat that 10 times on each leg. Now look at my feet. My toes are pointed because an L-sit is pointed as well. So 1, 2, 3. Now that's going to give you a lot of core engagement, and that's exactly what we want. The second exercise we're going to be doing are leg lifts on the ground. Much like the first exercise, we're lifting our legs, but this time we're not pushing off the ground, we're sitting on the floor. The first position is 90 degrees, okay? Now, this exercise gets harder the closer your hands are to your ankles, okay? So the farther the hands are from the ankles, the easier the exercise. So when you're starting the exercise, you can start with your hands to your sides or slightly in front, and I just want you to lift your legs, 1, 2, 3, and bring them back down. So what this exercise is doing is working your core, and it's working the muscles in your quads, especially your hip flexors and your quads as well, to give you the strength to lift off of the ground. So as you get stronger, I want you to start moving your hands towards your ankles. So we start with this one, 1. We go to knee level, 1. Just past knees, 1. Shin, 1. And you'll notice that the closer you get to your feet, you can barely keep your legs off the ground. But it's the intention to do so that's important. So how do you drill this exercise? I want you to do 5 to 10 reps of your leg lift. So you be 1, 2, 3, 4, and hold. 1, 2, 3, and bring it down. You've done the first 2 exercises, it's time for the third exercise, and this one is kind of like a bit harder than the first 2. Now what you want, because we're in isolation, I know a lot of you don't have parallettes, which I have, but you can use a chair, you can use 2 chairs in fact, and you can do the same exercise. So this exercise is just the tuck hold. So grabbing the sides of the chair, I want you to push off the chair and lift your legs like that, and hold that for as long as you can and sit down. Now, it's not beneficial to say hold it for a minute. I know I say hold it for as long as you can, but it's better to hold it for 5 seconds and do 5 sets. And if you're stronger, you can then do 8 seconds and do 5 sets and keep building that capacity until you can hold it for 30 seconds without a break or for 60 seconds without a break. At this stage, you're pretty strong. You've developed good core strength, you've developed good hip flexor strength, good tricep strength, and you're ready to start attempting the single leg L-sit. So the single leg L-sit, I want you to try it again on a platform like this one. So basically, extend one leg, bring it back in, extend the other leg, and bring it back in. So you want to alternate between your legs every couple of seconds. Alternate between your legs and do 5 reps on one leg and 5 reps on the other leg. And after you've done that, those 4 exercises, you're ready to start attempting the full L-sit on the floor. You've done all the progressions up to this point. You've developed enough strength to be able to start attempting the L-sit. What I would recommend is to do L-sit pumps. So with the L-sit pump, I want you to go into the L-sit position. Make sure your hands are not behind your bum. Just make sure your hands are where your bums are. And pump and come back down. Pump and come back down. Pump and come back down. So what that's going to do is it's going to give you a feeling of what the L-sit feels like. And as you keep doing pumps, the more pumps you do, the sooner you'll realize that you can actually hold the pump into an L-sit. That's it guys, that's the L-sit, and if you want to see another video of me actually doing an L-sit workout, please let me know. So guys, thank you so much for tuning in and watching this video. Please like and subscribe. Turn on your notification bells, comment down below, and I'll see you next time. Thanks a lot. Get calm strong